Have you ever felt like you're your own worst enemy? Like there's this invisible wall standing between you and your dreams? We often look outside for the source of our problems. We blame our circumstances, other people, or just bad luck. But what if the biggest obstacle, the highest mountain we ever have to climb, isn't out there at all? What if it's right inside of us? The highest mountain we must overcome is ourselves. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's a fundamental truth about the human experience. Think about it. That voice of doubt that whispers you're not good enough when you want to try something new, that's you. The procrastination that keeps you from starting that project you're passionate about, that's also you. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the comfort of staying in a familiar, even if unhappy, situation. All of these are walls we build around ourselves. For years, I was a master architect of my own prison. I had dreams, big ones. I wanted to start my own business, travel the world, learn a new language, but every time I took a step forward, I'd find a way to sabotage myself. I'd tell myself I didn't have enough money, enough time, enough talent. The truth, I was terrified. Terrified of stepping out of my comfort zone and facing the possibility that I might not succeed. The mountain of me seemed impossibly high. So, how do we start climbing? It's not about fighting yourself or being harsh. It's about understanding and befriending yourself. The first step is awareness. You have to recognize these self-imposed limitations for what they are. When that negative voice pops up, don't just accept it. Question it. Say, is that really true? Where's the evidence? You'll often find that your fears are based on assumptions, not facts. Let's take a common example: public speaking. Many people are terrified of it. The mountain here is the fear of judgment. You imagine people laughing, thinking you're boring, or seeing you stumble over your words. But that's a story you're telling yourself. To climb this mountain, you start with small steps. You don't have to give a TED Talk tomorrow. Maybe you start by speaking up more in a small meeting at work. Or you practice your speech in front of a mirror, then a trusted friend. Each small success builds your confidence. You're not trying to conquer the whole mountain in one go. You're just taking the next step on the trail. This idea of overcoming oneself isn't new. Ancient philosophers, modern psychologists, and successful people from all walks of life have pointed to this same truth. They knew that external challenges are often just reflections of our internal struggles. When we conquer our inner demons, our fears, our limiting beliefs, our self-doubt, the external world starts to look a lot less intimidating. Think about someone you admire, a successful athlete, a brilliant artist, an innovative entrepreneur. Do you think they never felt fear? Do you think they never doubted themselves? Of course they did. The difference is, they learned to manage that inner voice. They learned to push past the discomfort. They recognized that the feeling of fear wasn't a stop sign. It was a signal that they were growing, that they were on the edge of their comfort zone, which is exactly where progress happens. They chose to climb. Climbing this mountain of self is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel like you're sliding back down. You'll make a mistake, and the old voice of self-criticism will come roaring back. That's okay. That's part of the process. The goal isn't to become a perfect, fearless person. The goal is to become someone who, when they fall, gets back up, dusts themselves off, and takes the next step. It's about building resilience. And here's the beautiful part. Every time you challenge a limiting belief, every time you act in spite of your fear, you're not just climbing. You're actually reshaping the mountain itself. The peak gets a little lower, the path a little clearer. The things that once seemed impossible become your new normal. That project you were too scared to start, You finish it, that trip you thought you could never afford. You find a way to make it happen. You slowly but surely dismantle the prison you built for yourself. So, I want to leave you with a question. What's the mountain you're facing right now? What's the one thing you want to do, but your own thoughts and fears are holding you back? Identify it, acknowledge it, and then just think about one small, tiny step you can take today to start your climb. Don't worry about the summit. Just focus on that very next step. Because the journey of overcoming yourself is the most rewarding adventure you will ever embark on. The view from the top is a life lived without limits. A life where you are not your biggest obstacle, but your greatest ally. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on becoming the best version of yourself. Let me know in the comments what mountain you're climbing. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.